Hello everyone, it has been a little over a month since I uploaded the last video. During this time I have been learning Godot and so far I'm really enjoying it. I figured I'll just share my journey from Unity to Godot a little bit. Also, I want to thank everyone that showed so much love and support in the last video. You all are the good ones. First, let me talk about my game in Godot for a little bit. So this is the current state of my game in Godot. It may not look that much at the moment, but I got the player movement and weapon firing done. I took reference from my previous game in Unity and ported it to Godot, which wasn't that difficult even though I have decided to use GDScript for the programming part. Accomplishing these features for the game gave me a huge confidence boost that Godot will be good for making my games. Also, temporarily, I'm calling my game Project F.U.N, which stands for Firearm Unleashing Nonsense. This will be a small, fast-paced FPS game with a lot of enemies. I will share about the game in more details in future devlog videos. I have also created a Godot version of my plugin called CodeOptPro. I would use this plugin a lot in Unity and I was missing this in Godot. For now, I have only implemented the resource creation, time and object instancing. Later we'll add the process and physics process optimization and the pooling system. Just need to come across the problem first before implementing it. I have shared the link to the Godot's CodeOptPro GitHub and the Unity one as well if any one of you are interested. I did make a tutorial for CodeOptPro, but it was for the Unity's one. Maybe later I will hopefully make a tutorial for the Godot one. Alright, now let me share a little bit of my journey from Unity to Godot. The first step I took was to read how the Godot engine works. They have really good introduction docs which helped a lot in understanding the game engine. If anyone wants to start with Godot, then I would suggest to start from here because it gives a clear idea how the game engine works. After that, I followed their tutorial on making a simple 2D game and a 3D game. This part was the most helpful because when you do something practical, it sticks with you. At least for me it does. This is also where I understood some of the fundamentals in Godot Game Engine. I have also decided to use GDScript instead of C#. I figured since I'm learning a new game engine, might as well learn the programming language that is intended for the game engine. Also, somewhere in the doc, I also read that GDScript might be slightly better in performance than C# in Godot. GDScript is a dynamically typed programming language which is similar to Python, but in GDScript you can specify the type of a variable. Basically, this means is that you can create a variable without giving it a type, and its type will be set with whatever code logic you use. For example, in C#, to declare an int variable, you must specify its type with an int, otherwise you will get a compiler error if you don't. But in GDScript, you don't have to. You can just declare a variable and use your code logic to determine what type it is going to be. This type of dynamic variable declaration in GDScript is okay, but I would say it is best to set the type of the variable anyway. This way, in my opinion, the code will be more structured and easier to read. In the docs, I read that this would help with performance from Godot 4 upward, or that they will later do so. So while porting the CodeOptPro plugin from Unity to Godot, I learned a lot on how the GDScript works. There are both pros and cons to GDScript, but that is reasonable because I just started using this language and I haven't used much of dynamic languages before. I'm certain that over time GDScript will become like a second nature to me, just like Java and C#. I would suggest anyone trying GDScript for the first time is to make a small project that you already made in another game engine so that you get an idea on how GDScript works. Also, currently I am using Godot's built-in IDE. So far it is okay, but if you long-time Godot users have any suggestions in which Windows IDE to use that will help with the code split screening and refactoring, that would be very helpful. I also want to add that I would use Unity's Plus subscription before releasing any games, and since during the mess up they also removed that subscription, I guess I'll start donating here then. Now that feels much better. There is still much more to learn about Godot for me, especially the 3D navigation, particle effect, shader VFX, procedural animation. These are just some of the features I can think of which I still need to learn. I guess when I come to a point when I need those features, only then I will learn about them. I also want to say that it does feel good to be back to a free and open source game engine. I mean, my journey into game development started from another open source game engine called JMonkey 3. I would have gone back to JMonkey if Godot didn't work out for me. But hey, from here we can only go up. Alright, that is it for this, I guess devlog. By the next video, I will start to share about the game and hopefully you all will stick around for that. Anyway, take care, stay safe, and chaos!